This restaurant owner surprisingly refused to let a customer sit at table 3. But why? He vividly remembered a New Year's Eve when he and his wife were closing the restaurant after a long day of work. Suddenly, a father and his young son walked in and ordered just one bowl of noodles. The owner warmly welcomed them, knowing it was cold outside. As he prepared the dish, he couldn't help but wonder why they had ordered only one bowl. Nonetheless, he made it extra delicious, packed with a variety of ingredients. His wife kindly served it to them. As they ate, the son curiously asked his father why he wasn't eating. The father simply replied that he wasn't hungry, though it was clear he hadn't had a good meal in days. His son, however, knew the truth. Interestingly, when they left, the boy accidentally left a note behind. In it, he wrote that when he grew up, he wished to spend happy moments with his dad. A few days later, they returned and once again ordered just one bowl. This time, the owner smiled and welcomed them warmly. His wife quietly suggested offering them 2 bowls, but he refused, fearing it might hurt their dignity. Instead, he prepared one large hearty bowl filled with extra ingredients. When the food arrived, the boy, noticing the generous portion, immediately offered the first bite to his father. The father, touched, finally agreed to eat. Then, to the owner's surprise, the boy shared that the noodles reminded him of his mother. Sadly, his father revealed that his late wife used to make delicious noodles, and her New Year's wish had always been to taste a bowl made by her son. But despite all his savings, he couldn't save her from illness. Filled with love and gratitude, the boy always carried her warmth in his heart. After finishing their meal, they placed the money on the table, thanking the owners for the delicious food. The owner reassured them, telling the father that things would get better in the coming year. However, as time passed, ingredient prices soared, making it harder for the owner to keep his prices low. Yet, he always waited outside hoping to see them again. Then, one day, he had an idea as adjusted his prices to make meals more affordable for struggling customers. To his delight, the father and son returned at the same time as before. The owner warmly welcomed them, bringing smiles to their faces. Happily, the father shared that his son had won an essay competition on Sino-American Relations. In the essay, he wrote about that special night when his father, exhausted from work, brought him to the restaurant. He recalled how the kind uncle and aunt had given them an extra serving so they could celebrate New Year's on a full stomach. He wrote that this experience taught him the value of kindness and resilience, something his mother always believed in. Years later, the owner shared this story with his customers as the father and son never returned after that day. He often wondered how they were doing. Then, one evening, someone walked in and sat at the very table he had kept reserved for them. A familiar voice called out it was his seat. To the owner's surprise, the father and son had finally returned. But this time, the father asked for 2 bowls of noodles. Like and subscribe if you believe that kindness has a way of coming full circle, no matter how much time passes.